Welcome to the Rugby Wire, the home of Zimbabwe rugby conversation. I'm Brian Matamba. Today we're at Queen of Hearts on a historical day where the Sables are playing South Africa A, which is the B side of the Springboks. And it's halftime. The Sables are trailing 21-0. It's been an interesting match so far. The Sables have managed to match the South Africans when it comes to scrum time. They've not been overrode. They've not been bullied. But somehow the defense of the Sables has not been up to scratch. They allowed 2 soft tries in the first half, and they just allowed South Africa to kind of like run away with the game. But they had some moments where Sigalke and the backline players interchanged, but they've not been on their best, and they've been failing to defend, especially around the ruck area. They've not been defending well, and that's where South Africa has been exploiting them. And also South Africa A, their line speed, whenever the Sables have the ball, has been very quick. They're suffocating the Sables. They're not giving them any space. So it's going to be an interesting second half, and we want to see what will happen. We're joined with the Zimbabwe Academy Week player. He's a lock, Nyashamtangi from Heritage. Nyashamtangi, thoughts of the first half? You're watching the Sables, the senior team, against a strong SAA. Your thoughts of the first half?
I think they're playing very well, but however, there's just too many mistakes. For example, we have a breakdown and the boys supposed to go to the 12, so it crashes. They're missing the passes, they're missing tackles. So I think that's what they can improve on in the second half.
You're still learning your trade, you're a young boy, and you're going to represent Zimbabwe at the Academy Week. What can you eliminate from, what can you envy or look up to from the current crop of the Sables?
I would say their confidence. They know they're playing a tougher opponent, but then even if you saw the way they were warming up, so they're warming up like it's a regular game. And yeah, that's going to just be the same with us, just playing to our standard.
And what's your favorite Sable player?
Sigalke.
All the best in the Academy Week.
Yes,
we hope you represent the country and do well as well.
Yes, sir.
Cheers.
You, sir.
All right. We're joined with one of the fans at the watch party at Queen of Hearts, Ratizo.
Hi.
How have you seen how the watch party is going, the atmosphere and everything?
I mean, I think the vibe is there. It's yet to like light up a bit more. I feel like we need to just support our team a bit more and get the vibes going. But so far so good. And
Sables wise, any particular player you like or you're a fan of how they play rugby?
I'd shout out, I don't know if he's still the captain, Hilton?
Yeah, he's still the captain?
Yeah, shout out to him. That's the one that I know.
Well, that's the one you're rooting for. Yeah. And it's halftime, it's 21-0. Where do you think the score will end?
I think it's going to be, I'd rather not say, but I wish them luck.
All right. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the second half.
I will. Thank you.
So we're still at Queen of Hearts, the Sables watch party against South Africa. It was Zimbabwe Sables versus South Africa A, and I'm joined by the Zimbabwe Under-20 center, Majita Stole, and the match was quite interesting, a bruising encounter, hard lessons for the Sables, losing 40-0, but they did slightly better in the second half. They were defending better around the ruck. I'm sure Coach Peter Bernardi and his technical team spotted that South Africa A was exploiting the area around the ruck area, and in the second half they did slightly better, and they showed some flashes of brilliances, and sometimes they almost scored a try, they almost troubled the scorer in media cliche, but somehow the pass didn't go to hand, the final ball in the final third of the half. But I'm with Majita Stole. Majita, you're watching your senior side playing. Your thoughts of the game?
Well, I just liked how the game was flowing and the intensity, how fast they moved the ball, how fast they're running. I just think we struggled though to finish off our plays and just come through the try. But then yeah, I liked the first game that Zim showed today.
And Mazvita, you're a center, you play for the under-20, you've once played for the under-18 Academy Week. What lessons do you think you learned just seeing the senior team playing against a top-tier side? SA are two-time World Cup champions, like back-to-back, but they've won the World Cup 4 times, and they're the current World Cup holders. What lessons did you see your senior guys performing against the best team in the world?
Well, I just like the heart, like every time SA put in a try, the boys didn't stop. So they would stop, they would try, go again, keep on playing, There's no time where I can say Zim died down in that game. They gave a good fight. That's what I learned.
And for the Sables, who is your favorite player?
Oh, Sigauke, of course.
The transporter?
Yeah.
And so are you going to be transporting in the Pathes?
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully, I plan to.
All right, all the best. If you make the final squad to travel to Uganda for the Pathes.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll see you again on the Rugby Wire.
Of course. Thank you.
Cheers. We're at Queen of Hearts. It's been a carnival of atmosphere, an exciting game as much as the Sables lost 40-0. But the fans are still happy and they enjoy the game. And I'm joined with one of the fans. What's your analysis and the thoughts of the game? It's the first big test Zimbabwe playing against the world's best.
Yeah, it was a hard game to watch, but I think the boys did pretty well. They tried their best, and I think they're just going to keep growing, keep developing from here on out. We shouldn't lose hope. I think they're doing their best, and we should also do our best to keep supporting them, keep watching them, keep cheering them on.
And what was the most impressive part of the game? Yes, the scoreboard may say 40-0, but rugby has got phases and moments.
Yeah, no, I think the entire game was just amazing. I think just the determination of the boys, the gents that went out there, they tried their best, they really played well. Obviously, it would have been nice to see one of them score a try, but yeah, it happens, and we're just grateful that they're out there doing the country proud and doing themselves proud.
Who's your favorite Sable in the squad?
That's a secret. That's a trade secret.
We want to know, the viewers want to know.
My Sable player unfortunately wasn't playing today, but hopefully we'll see him in the next game.
Who is that? Ian Pryor? Since he's I'm not guessing now.
Godwin.
Oh,
yeah.
Goddy.
Yeah, Goddy.
The one who was at Falca.
Yeah. He wasn't playing today, but would like to see him in the next game, hopefully.
Hopefully you'll travel to the States for the Nations Cup.
Hopefully.
And as a fan, thanks for coming to the Rugby Wire.
Yeah, no problem, man. It was great to be here, great to watch the game, and we're looking forward to the next one.
All right, cheers.
Thanks so much.
I'm joined with the rugby royalty, Brian Chang, two-time African champion. He's a Sable, but he was not part of the squad that traveled to Port Elizabeth. Brian Chang, you're at the watch party. What's your thoughts, just seeing your mates and your teammates playing against the world best, the World Cup winners, 4-time World Cup winners,
yeah.
SA, and what's your analysis of the game?
Firstly, thank you for having me. I think personally we did really well. I know people are a bit disappointed with the score, but being with the group and seeing where they've come from and how they performed today, I think we played really well. In terms of physicality, we matched with them evenly. I think it's just a bit of decision making, like kicking when we're not meant to, and forwards trying to kick instead of just doing the jobs. But yeah, I think we did really well. I think it's just good problems that we have, things that we can fix off the field and on the field. So yeah, I think physicality we had them.
And then you're not part of the squad that traveled. Were you disappointed that you're not part of the squad that traveled down? Were you relishing to face South Africa?
Yes, I was really looking forward to it. As soon as that we got the information that we were going to play SAA, I was really excited because I thought this was going to be my year, to perform in the squad. But it's unfortunate. I'm still young, and experience, and yeah, I'll get them. My time will come. Yeah.
You're based in England. What lessons have you picked up just playing university rugby in England there?
I think the main thing is the detail that they have there. The detail on the attack shape defense, just the small things that they teach you. They don't really do it much here because they expect you to know it. But then, yeah, they're really good on the detail.
Then apart from you learning things university-wise, playing university rugby in the UK, do you think some of the lessons you can come back and give it back, whether you play back here on holiday or you play with club rugby, or eventually you go back to the Sables setup? You think you can also impart some of the knowledge you have gained in the UK?
Yes, definitely. I think each person has a little bit of things to offer in the team, and I think for me it's just the hard work and effort that I put in the team. But yeah, I think I have a lot to offer. Yeah.
Then Brian Cheng, two-time African champion, a rare fate.
Thank you, sir.
Very few people have that title.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're going to have a full sit-down on the Rugby Wire.
Yeah, definitely.
You come back when it's not a watch party, and you actually tell us your rugby journey. It started from Loma Gandhi, under 20, and you playing for the Sables, and you being in the UK.
Thank you. Yeah,
it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
So we're at Queen of Hearts. We're about to wrap up. It's been a fantastic day. The watch party had a huge turnout for the Sabolaga watch party to watch the Sables against South Africa A. And it's been a brilliant game. And I'm joined by an analyst who's seasoned, who worked for Pressa TV, worked for, big production, has done commentary for Zim Cricket and everything. No stranger to sports. I'm joining with Prosper. Prosper, what's your analysis of this historical test match against SAA?
Yeah, cheers, Brian. Cheers for the opportunity as well. I'm just happy that Zimbabwe went out there and did the nation proud. I don't think there's any harm in that performance. There's no shame at all. I thought they stood up. I mean, we always knew that South Africa A were going to be a tough nut to crack. I think South Africa, their model is one to emulate globally. But for Zimbabwe, I think it was an opportunity for them to go out there and test their skill set against superior opposition. Just judging by the scoreline, I thought 40-0 is a step in the right direction. I thought there's a lot of lessons there to pick up. Obviously, they had us on the breakdown. There's just the speed of the breakdown. We just weren't able to deal with that. So I think it's vital lessons for Peter Bernardi and the rest of his technical team to work on, because it's a stepping stone towards the World Cup proper. So these kind of games give you a proper assessment of where you are and what you need to learn and develop as you get into the tournament proper come Australia.
Then SA has broken Zimbabwe's winning streak under Pete Bernardi since he took charge. Yeah. They had won 14 games in a row. This is his 15th test in charge, and they've broken it. But which areas do you think you were very disappointed with the Sables today?
Yeah, like I mentioned, off the breakdown, I think they were penetrating off the quick ball. I think going forward, if the Sables are able to look at the tape, they'll be able to see straight away that we weren't fanning out a lot, and we were overcommitting on the breakdown, and they were catching us in those little pockets. So that's a definite area. But we always knew that the Springboks A side were, the Currie Cup, these are the guys that stood out in their Currie Cup competition, which is
URC.
Yeah, and URC as well, correct. So I thought credit to the Zimbabwe Rugby Union for organizing a fixture of this caliber, because you want to play against the best. That's the only way you can measure where you're at. I mean, 40 points for nothing. It's you know, you can work with that. I thought there were little sparks. You know, I like the look of Sigauke coming out wide. He demonstrated that if you give him a clean ball, he can break the gain line. You know, I would have wanted to see a little bit more of the attacking prowess of the Sables. I think we missed a lot of Ian Pryor in that regard. Just that decision making.
And that tactical awareness and kicking.
That tactical astuteness. You saw Hilton Dareke was responsible for doing the bulk of the kicking work, and some of his kicks
were not precise.
Left a lot to be desired. But I mean, like I said, I don't think there's any shame in the performance that we put out there. I think it's a good learning curve for the Sables. I know that they're going to travel to play in the Nations Cup. All in preparation for the World Cup proper, so I'm sure they will take these lessons and look to, you know, go from strength to strength from this performance.
And what more would you like to see with the Sables when they head to America? They're going to play Tonga in USA, then they're going to play USA in USA, then move to Canada against Canada in Canada.
Yeah.
What more would you want to see from the Sables in the Nations Cup, taking from the lessons from this big game?
I think for me, I would like to see a little bit more variety in our attacking game. I thought we're a little bit shy in that regard. We didn't threaten the Springboks in that department. And I think it stemmed from, you know, that kicking game. If you kick it to the touchline, win the line out, you know, take the more, or, you know, get phases and just try and get some phases going. I thought we weren't seeing a lot of that. I thought just the mindset, I think we got into the game thinking that it's going to be a long day of just defending. But there was flashes there when we actually went for it, that there's a lot to like there. And I think Peter Bernardi and Chilingende, I think they have their work cut out to try and just encourage the boys to, you know, take the game to the opposition. You know, you can't die wondering, because that's how you win rugby games as well. So,
do you think we were too much in our shells, and also for territory, we didn't kick wisely for territory to gain territory?
Yeah, I think so. I think sometimes it happens when the level gets higher, the intensity does get to you. But I think they're good for it. The more games of this magnitude they play, then the more they will learn of the nuances of that elite level style of playing, and you know, that's how you also end up trying to express yourself more. So I'm happy that the Zimbabwe Rugby Union has organized a lot of games with you know, quality opposition. It's the only way, and I think it will hold them in good stead come the World Cup.
All right, Prosper, thanks for coming to the Rugby Wire and giving us your 2 cents and some proper rugby analysis. Hopefully we'll see you in the future on the Rugby Wire.
Yeah, cheers, Brian. It was a pleasure.
All right, cheers.